Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talk Lora, your friendly English podcast for real conversations and practical English you can use every single day. I'm Laura.
And I'm Alex. Thanks for joining us today. Whether you're listening on your morning commute, at the gym, or maybe while you're cooking dinner.
Exactly. And speaking of time, that's actually what we want to talk about today. Alex, before we dive in, how was your weekend?
Pretty good, but honestly, I looked at my screen time yesterday and I spent almost 4 hours on my phone on Saturday. 4 hours! And I can't even tell you what I was doing.
Oh no, the classic black hole of scrolling.
Exactly. What about you?
Well, I had plans to finish reading a book I started 2 months ago. Guess how many pages I read this weekend?
10?
0. But I did watch an entire season of a show I wasn't even that interested in.
See, this is why today's topic is so important. We're talking about time management, but not in a boring productivity way. We're keeping it real and practical.
Yes, because here's the truth. We all waste time sometimes. The question is, how can we waste less and use our time in ways that actually make us feel good?
Before we get started, we have one quick request. If you enjoy Talk Lora, please hit that subscribe button and share this episode with someone who's learning English.
Especially that person who always says they're too busy to practice English, but somehow has time to watch cat videos for an hour.
Sometimes that person is me.
Sometimes it's all of us. Okay, let's get into it. Alex, when we say time management, what does that actually mean in simple English?
Great question. Time management means making smart choices about how you spend your hours and minutes. It's about being the boss of your time instead of letting time boss you around.
I like that. You're the boss of your time. And here's something important. Good time management doesn't mean working every second of the day.
Right. It's not about becoming a robot. It's not about saying no to fun or rest. It's about using your time for things that matter to you, whether that's learning, working, resting, or having fun.
Exactly. Think of your day like a backpack. You only have so much space in that backpack. If you fill it with rocks that don't help you, you won't have room for the important things.
Oh, I like that metaphor. Your day is a backpack, and you choose what goes inside.
Yes, so the question is, what are you putting in your backpack today? Are you filling it with heavy, useless rocks? Or are you putting in things that will help you on your journey?
That's deep, Laura. Okay, so let's talk about why this matters for English learners specifically.
Good point. Many people tell us, I want to improve my English, but I just don't have time. But then we dig deeper and find out they have time, they're just not using it well.
I have a story about this. Last year, I was trying to learn Spanish. I kept telling myself I was too busy. But one day, I decided to track my time for a week. Write down everything I did. You know what I discovered?
What?
I spent about 2 hours every day on things that didn't matter at all. Checking emails that weren't important, watching random YouTube videos, scrolling through news I'd already read, just staring at my phone, waiting for something interesting to happen.
2 hours. That's a lot.
Right? If I had used even half of that time for Spanish, I would have improved so much faster. So it wasn't about not having time. It was about not using my time well.
That's such an honest example. And I think many of our listeners can relate to that. So, let's give them some practical strategies they can use today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today.
Yes, let's do it. Strategy number 1. Start with a time audit.
A time audit. Okay, that sounds fancy, but what does it mean?
It's actually very simple. For 1 or 2 days, write down what you do every hour. Not to judge yourself, just to see the truth.
Like a detective investigating your own day.
Exactly. You might discover that you spend 30 minutes deciding what to watch on Netflix, or that you check social media 15 times during lunch, or that you spend an hour in the morning just getting ready because you're not organized.
And once you see where your time goes, you can make better choices.
Right. You can't fix what you can't see. So the time audit is like turning on the lights in a dark room. Suddenly, you can see everything clearly.
I love that. Okay, what's the second strategy?
Strategy number 2. Use the 15-minute rule for English practice.
Tell us more about this rule.
Many people think they need a full hour to study English, but that's actually not true. You can make real progress in just 15 minutes. Sometimes 15 focused minutes is better than 1 hour of distracted studying.
So instead of waiting for that perfect 1-hour block that never comes,
You grab 15 minutes whenever you can. Maybe 15 minutes in the morning while you drink your coffee, or 15 minutes during your lunch break, or 15 minutes before bed.
this is so practical. Can you give us some examples of what someone can do in 15 minutes?
Sure. In 15 minutes, you can listen to a podcast episode like this one. You can read 1 page of an English article and write down new words. You can watch a short video with English subtitles. You can practice speaking by describing your day out loud. You can review flashcards. You can write a short journal entry in English.
I do that last one sometimes. I talk to myself in English while I'm walking. People probably think I'm talking on the phone, but no, I'm just practicing.
It works, right? People might think you're a little crazy, but your English gets better.
Exactly. Better English, maybe a little crazy. Fair trade. Okay, what's strategy number 3?
Strategy 3. Create an English everywhere environment.
What does that mean?
It means you change your surroundings so English comes to you naturally, without extra effort. You make English a part of your daily life, not something separate.
Can you give some examples?
Of course. Change your phone language to English. Follow English speakers on social media so English appears in your feed. Put English sticky notes on items in your house with the vocabulary words. Listen to English music while you exercise. Watch your favorite TV shows in English with subtitles.
Oh, I like this. Because you're not adding new activities. You're just changing the language of activities you already do.
Exactly. You're going to scroll on social media anyway, right? Might as well make it English content. You're going to exercise anyway. Might as well listen to English podcasts.
That's smart. You're working with your habits, not against them.
Right. If you fight your habits, you'll lose every time. But if you redirect them toward English, you win.
Okay, what about strategy number 4?
This one is important. Identify your time drains.
Time drains. I think I know what this means, but explain it for our listeners.
A time drain is an activity that sucks up your time but gives you nothing valuable in return. It drains your time like water going down a sink. You end up feeling empty or frustrated after doing it.
What are some common time drains?
The big ones are mindlessly scrolling social media, watching shows you don't even enjoy, saying yes to every request when you should say no, doing things in a disorganized way because you didn't plan, perfectionism that keeps you from finishing anything.
Ouch, that last one hit me. Sometimes I spend 20 minutes looking for something because I didn't organize my desk. Or I rewrite an email 5 times because I want it to be perfect.
Me too. So here's what you do. Identify your biggest time drain. Just one. Don't try to fix everything. Then make one small change to reduce it.
Can you give us an example from your life?
Sure, my biggest time drain was checking my email constantly throughout the day. Every notification pulled me away from what I was doing. I would be reading something in English, then ping, an email arrives, and suddenly I'm thinking about work instead of learning.
So, what did you change?
I turned off email notifications on my phone. Now, I only check email 3 times a day: morning, lunch, and evening. That's it.
And did it work?
It was hard for the first few days, I won't lie. I kept reaching for my phone out of habit. But yes, it worked. I got back probably an hour every day just from that one change. 1 hour.
An hour? That's huge. Okay, I think we need to talk about something important here.
What's that?
We need to be honest. Good time management doesn't mean you become a perfect person who never wastes a minute. It doesn't mean you turn into some kind of productivity machine.
Thank you for saying that. Yes, we're not robots. We're humans. Humans get tired. Humans get distracted. Humans need breaks.
Right. You're going to have days where you watch TV for 3 hours. You're going to scroll sometimes. You're going to procrastinate. And that's okay.
The goal isn't perfection. The goal is being a little bit better than you were before. Progress, not perfection.
Exactly. If you waste 2 hours today instead of 4 hours yesterday, that's progress. If you studied English for 10 minutes today when you usually study for 0 minutes, that's amazing progress.
And here's another important thing. Rest is not wasting time.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Rest is not wasting time. If you're tired and you take a nap, that's not waste. That's recharging your battery. That's smart.
Yes, your brain and body need rest to work well. Think of yourself like a phone. If you never charge your phone, it dies.
Exactly. So don't feel guilty about rest. Feel guilty about mindless scrolling that doesn't actually help you relax. There's a big difference.
That's such an important difference. True rest makes you feel better. After a good nap or a walk in nature or time with friends, you feel refreshed. But after 2 hours of random scrolling, you feel empty and tired.
Right. After a good nap, you feel refreshed. After 2 hours of random scrolling, you feel like you wasted your life. Your brain feels foggy, your eyes hurt, and you wonder where the time went.
I want to share a quick story about this. Last month, I had a really stressful week at work. On Saturday, I was exhausted. I could have scrolled on my phone all day, but instead, I took a 2-hour nap in the afternoon.
And how did you feel?
When I woke up, I felt like a new person. I had energy to cook a nice dinner, to read, to call my mom. That nap wasn't wasted time. It was the best use of my time that day.
That's beautiful. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is rest.
Okay, let's do a quick vocabulary moment before we finish. We used some important words today that are useful for talking about time and productivity.
Good idea. First word, procrastinate.
Yes, Procrastinate means you delay doing something, usually because you don't want to do it. You know you should do it, but you keep pushing it to later. For example, I procrastinated on studying for my test, so I did it the night before.
Or, stop procrastinating and just start your English practice. Even 5 minutes is better than nothing.
Next word, prioritize.
Prioritize means you decide what's most important and do that first. You put your priorities at the top of your list. For example, I need to prioritize my health, so I'm going to exercise before I watch TV.
Or, learning English is a priority for me this year, so I practice every single morning.
Next word, distraction.
A distraction is something that takes your attention away from what you're doing. It breaks your focus. For example, my phone is a big distraction when I'm trying to study.
Or, I put my phone in another room to avoid distractions while I practice English.
Good one. Next, mindless.
Mindless means doing something without thinking, almost automatically, like a zombie. For example, I spent an hour on mindless scrolling and I don't even remember what I saw.
Or, mindless activities don't help you learn or grow. They just fill time.
And last one, productive.
Productive means you're getting things done and making progress toward your goals. For example, I had a very productive morning. I finished all my tasks and even had time for a coffee break.
Or, listening to English podcasts is a productive way to use your commute time. You're traveling anyway, so why not learn?
Perfect! Okay, Alex, let's finish with some action steps our listeners can take today. Not someday, not when they feel ready, but today.
Great idea. Action step 1. Do a quick time audit for just one day. Write down what you do every hour and notice where your time goes. Be honest with yourself. No judgment, just observation.
Action step 2. Find one 15-minute window in your day where you can practice English. Maybe it's during breakfast, during your commute, or before bed. Just one small window.
Action step 3. Identify your biggest time drain and make one small change to reduce it. Maybe turn off one type of notification, or delete one app from your phone, or set a timer for social media.
Action step 4. Change one thing in your environment to bring more English into your life. Maybe change your phone language, or follow English accounts on social media, or put an English podcast in your morning playlist.
And remember, start small. You don't need to change everything at once. Small changes are easier to stick with.
Exactly. Small changes add up to big results over time. If you improve just 1% every day, in 1 year, you'll be 37 times better. That's the power of small, consistent actions.
Before we go, we want to ask you a question. What's one way you waste time? And what's one change you're going to make after listening to this episode?
Please share your answer in the comments. We love hearing from you, and your answer might inspire another listener who's struggling with the same thing.
And if this episode was helpful, please subscribe to Talk Lora and share it with a friend who's learning English. Help us spread the love of learning.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. You didn't waste it. You invested it in your English skills and in your future.
We're proud of you for being here, for taking this time to learn, for wanting to improve. Keep going, keep learning, and remember, you're the boss of your time.
This was Talk Lora with Lora and Alex. Until next time, use your time wisely and be kind to yourself.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.